I'm out here in the free state of Florida, and I just wanted to mention an observation that has been repeated, so I feel like it's important. I wanted to show you this sign behind me there. I'm going to try and get back a bit so you can see it more clearly. Beach access public parking. And obviously you'll think, yes, all right, Katie, don't show off, you're on the beach. It's -5 here in the UK and utterly miserable. I hear you. But it's the fact that, so the beach is literally there, and a stone's throw away, beach access public parking, so free parking. So you rock up in your car with your family or your fishing rods or whatever, dump your car 2 meters from the beach for free parking, and go and have your happy day on the beach. And same with the restaurants, and same with the bars. I mean, some of them are just huts or whatever, which I love personally. But you rock up with your car in front, throw your car down. There's no parking charges, there's no parking meters, there's no threats of anything, there's no apps, there's nothing to click on, there's nothing needing your registration plate or your date of birth or your blood group or your need to be able to function with a phone or log into a phone or tell a phone where you are. It's just free parking, have a nice time. And because there is no initial irritation, people get out of their cars still in a good mood because they're at the beach and they go and have a nice time. Whereas so often in the UK, we're getting out of our cars, and by the time we've dealt with the parking, which usually there isn't Wi-Fi, so you can't access the app, or the app needs to be updated, and then you have to put in all your details, and you haven't got your glasses, and you can't see, and you can't find those pesky little buttons because they decide to put them around your pubic region for some unknown reason. Like, only a complete moron could have designed that stuff, but as a result, we turn up to places already feeling stressed. You see it all the time. People come in kind of overwhelmed because all they did was try and park their car and they feel completely got at. And then if you multiply that into more of life, where every single daily interaction involves some level of frustration that shouldn't be there or you don't need. And that is very much how Britain feels for a lot of people, that your every move is in some way made more difficult by intervention from somebody that you never asked to be there, you don't need, and is only there to make your life more difficult. And I think that is precisely true of so many of the interactions in the UK today, and it's why people have started to walk around with their heads down, because it's just relentless. Everything you seem to do, someone is trying to either fine you or tell you you're in the wrong or tell you that you need to pay them some money or stop you doing what you just wanted to do, the simplest of tasks. Often, and this is lovely Mark speaking, not me, after a long drive, and we do a lot of them because of the tour, he'll come home and he'll expect envelopes with either fines or speeding fines, or on one stretch of road. You can be fined 2 or 3 times. You can lose your license on one drive just trying to drive to do your job, just trying to turn up to do the thing that you earn money with. You can lose your license and therefore your ability to earn money. And I think the same is when you drive down roads in the UK, and every single road near us, in the lay-bys or whatever they call those offshoots, there's police waiting. There's police waiting in order that they can find someone who hasn't got their belt on or hasn't got their whatever on or is doing 32 in a 30, so they can stop them and find them. And you get accustomed to looking for the police in lay-bys as you're driving. That can't be a safe thing, but it's how you start to feel. And it was lovely Mark, because he hasn't been out here forever, that said, gosh, it's so different because I can drive the car and just drive it. I'm just driving the car. I'm just concentrating on the road. And when I want to stop, I can just pop the car somewhere and you don't have to pay, you don't have to. It was sort of his observation of something I said way back at the inauguration, which is you do not realise how many of your freedoms have been taken from you and how you have been impacted until you leave it. You can be aware of it in the UK. Many of you I know are so geared in, you're so, you've got it, your eyes are open, your ears are open, you question everything. But it is that difference in the way it makes you feel on a daily basis. On the smallest of tasks, you feel better, and then you've got your head up, and then you want to say good morning to the Americans, who always say good morning or good afternoon or excuse me or can I help you? And it's a complete shift, and it's actually really upsetting because you realise again what is being done to the British people. And just a few people that I've into here. Banged into, bumped would be better. I didn't bang anybody else. I know my reputation, but I didn't. English, British families that I've bumped into while I've been doing events here for the National Federation of Republican Women and others. Every single time they've come up to say hi or get photos or whatever, you know, it's nice. They say, oh, we can't believe how brilliant it is. And I know that when you go on holiday, life seems more brilliant, but it's that they've got the detail of the thing. They feel the difference. They feel what it's like to be free here in the free state of Florida and other states in America. And it is a different thing, and you suddenly realize you are the frog being boiled. And one of them that really set me off, because you know how I get set off so easily, despite the fact I'm supposed to be a mega bitch, is one of them said that their children, they had their teenage children with them who were, I guess, embarrassed by their parents. But, and the children had noticed how much less litter there is, like how clean and tidy it is here. I just want to walk you to the beach. I'm not showing off. I just want you to see a beach so that you can breathe some of the sea air with me. The children noticed how much cleaner it is here, how much tidier, how the streets are well maintained, how there's bin men out all the time, how there's people working the trees and the hedges. For children to notice that stuff is remarkable, and it's why so many British people say they just don't know how much longer, honestly, they can tolerate it in Britain, because for their children, they don't want their children to grow up there. And I know that many grandparents feel that way. I'm sorry if the wind is loud here. I'm just going to make sure that you get a view of the beach before I leave you. Okay, hold on. There it is.